Hi, GBC. Want to talk with you and give you a little bit of an update about the conversation about trying to return to in-person services. Just a little bit of an update, not too much, but I want to keep you posted on our progress. First of all, the deacons of the church have approved the creation of a task force that is going to study and lay out a plan for us to return. And that plan will include a timetable of when and how we can come back for in-person services. So in addition to the folks who I regularly check in with, if we're going to have a cancellation for weather-related needs, and those folks are Terry Tackett and Mike Wallace, our custodian, and our deacon chair, who now is Gina Whittle. In addition to those folks, we have a few at-large members of the task force, Amber Campbell and Brad Frazier and George McComb. Those folks have agreed to serve. So what that means is, with just a few people, we have a really nice cross-section of the church. So just those few people, we have deacons, church council, house committee, safety team, ushers, seniors, children's ministry, staff, and laypersons all included. So a very nice cross-section. As I said to you last time on one of these reports, of utmost concern for us is safety. And I'll just tell you, one of the things that is going to be shaping our conversation is how difficult it is to acquire cleaning supplies in a large enough supply to where we would be able to turn the building around very quickly. In other words, I just don't see any way that we're going to be able to get back to our regular Sunday 9 a.m. and then turn the room around for an 11 a.m. service without having access to significantly more cleaning supplies than we think we're going to be able to get for a long time. That doesn't mean that we're not going to be able to get back to in-person services in some form or fashion. It just means that it's probably not going to look like how it used to for our typical Sunday morning schedule. As I said to you last time, there's some resources that we're going to make use of in addition to the ones that I mentioned. The Kentucky Council of Churches has put together a nice set of resources, and the Central Kentucky Network of Baptists, or the Elkhorn Baptist Association, also has some resources. And we're going to be using those along with resources from the governor's office, from the White House, from the CDC, and various other settings to help inform and guide this process. Several of you have asked questions about, have you thought about this or have you thought about that? Let me just tell you, as far as I'm concerned, I think all options are on the table. And what that means is indoor services in our worship space, outdoor services, and even the approach of that German cafe that has people using pool noodles to keep their distance. Well, maybe not that one, but all options are on the table otherwise. So the bottom line, just in summary, I want you to know we do have this task force in place. We're starting our conversations this weekend. I know that the governor has talked about reopening and had mentioned some dates later on in the month of May. We are not attempting to be open in May. I just think that that is impractical and unsafe for us, but we are working on trying to get things open in some fashion. We're going to take a few weeks to study and plan and communicate and then implement and execute that plan, and I hope that it's going to go very smoothly. For those who are wondering, yes, we are going to continue to have online services. Yes, we are going to continue to have the radio option, and I see those options continuing into the far future, almost indefinitely, I would say. Not only for those folks who are in that population that is termed at risk, whether for health concerns or underlying conditions or agedness, whatever the need may be, or just for folks for whom that is a helpful option to have for some other reason. And then lastly, we're going to work toward in-person options that are safe and meaningful, knowing that they are probably going to be quite different than what we have been accustomed to in the past. That doesn't mean that they won't be deeply worshipful. And I look forward to exploring those options with you in the days to come. So there's a little update. Just wanted you to have that information. I miss you, I love you, and I look forward to seeing you and worshiping together in person in the very near future. In the meantime, I can't wait for tomorrow's Youth Sunday services that Pastor Tim and his volunteers and the students themselves have worked so tirelessly to pull together. I look forward to worshiping with you online tomorrow morning. God bless.